For me, I remember when we were talking about how um, some of the misconceptions that we have, if somebody else's relationship didn't work or worked, it shouldn't be a basis of comparison for you. You know, sometimes you can get to a point where you see, in your eyes, you're like, this couple, they look good together, they're working things out, but you probably don't know what they're going through and how they got there and their foundation and all that. And so the fear that I might get into a relationship that probably will not succeed, that's just fear by the devil. And I know that the Lord offers his perfect love, which casts it out. And so one of my takeaway points was that the love of God will cast out every fear that I have concerning the institution of marriage and even that of getting a partner. Also, I really love the fact that you are very strict when it comes to certain, um, let me say, your standpoints about getting into a relationship. Like, you cannot get into a relationship if you're not able to forgive, if you have not dealt with your past and your past habits. I believe if everybody was to walk in that kind of principle, they will never make mistakes. And so for myself, I think I'm going to adopt those so-called principles and improve my life with the next people that I'm going to be get into a relationship with. Hopefully it's one person now towards marriage. Thank you so much, Pasi, for the session, and I look forward to the next one.
Thank you so much, Ivy. We give God all the glory. Ben? Maybe Ben, you can go. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. Well, I'll start with giving my gratitude first. I'm glad and I'm grateful to be here. Yes, when I first heard about this, I was told by Esther, and I think I told her this exact word that it's so easy for us as Christians to hear the word in church on Sunday, and we believe and we walk out of church strong, but the following day, on Monday to Friday, it's a totally different thing and experience in day-to-day life, because the devil does not come in spirit or does not come in word. He comes like a person, like in form of a person. So it becomes so hard for us as young people to face challenges. Speaking about myself, well, I'm a pastor's kid, so I understand very well how I've been brought up, being taught this and that. But then coming into real life where I'm experiencing life alone, being alone, failing at some point, towards this point now, I really feel like I really needed this session, because like, I know I shouldn't be doing some stuff, but then I still end up doing some stuff because it's hard to just listen to the word and believe. It's good to have a mentor, somebody who talks to us. So this session is really, really great. I would like to say, Pastor, thank you so much. And we all needed this. My pickup to my highlight is the point where you say that refining is a really hard process, but out of the death of our past habits comes a new life. So yes, I really believe that God has really revived us. He has revived me. I'm so happy, and through the refining process, I know it's going to be hard, but I believe that a new life, a new being will come. And yes, it was a really nice session, and I'm so grateful. God bless you all.
All right. Thank you so much, Ben. We believe that God is going to do a new thing in your life also. All right. Mercy?
thank you so much, Mr. Douglas. I really enjoyed the session today, but but one thing that stood out for me is the part that you said, the I factor. Of course, as I was going through my cracks, I noticed that for me, I always want my way. I, and for sure, I have learned that for me to thrive in my relationship, I have to kutoa hiyo it's not supposed to be always my way. So I have really learned a lot. Thank you so much.
All right. Asante sana, Mercy. We give God the glory. I think Victor and then Amy. Victor and then Amy. No, Victor has spoken. So we go to Amy and then we finish Esther.
Okay. First, I want to thank you, sir, for this opportunity. I'm grateful because it has created a very good good exposure to us, to some of us, yeah, and also the spiritual life in it. I'm so grateful about that, which is so awesome. And during this period, I've learned about pure love, outcast fear, and also broken hearts. Broken hearts, okay, God helps broken-hearted people, and with a broken heart, you can never be in a relationship, because a relationship needs two whole parties. Yeah, only that.
Thank you so much, Amy. And thanks for committing for this. Maybe you can hear from Esther and then we finish.
Thank you so much. I'll echo what others have said. Thank you so much, Pastor Douglas, for the session, for the opportunity. But just to see how God is intentional. If you hadn't visited us on the 13th Sunday, the Valentine session in our church, I wouldn't have known about this. So I'm really, really grateful to God. So everything that you've learned in today, like I like how, as Ivy has said, like you're not compromising on the standard that God has set. We're not like, you know what, this applied to, you see, the early church, the church that Paul was addressing in the epistles. So you see, you guys, now we're in a different generation. So could have venye tunaweza legea kidogo, we adjust the word according to a situation. I like how blunt you are and point blank in terms of relaying the truth to us. And I can say everything that you've learned is something that I've been single for the past two heading into 3 years right now. And those are the things that God has been teaching and revealing to me. And this has made me appreciate more the reason why I'm single right now, because I was even telling Ivy is my friend. So I was telling Ivy, if I was in a relationship right now, trust me, there are things I will still mess up. And I thank God for the time that He's taken into molding me and correcting me and shaping me. And just I'm yielding to Him. Just to mention something, especially the point that said that God can, you know, if you've had any bad past or any past relationships that didn't work, that God can heal you from that, and that you don't have to be confined by your past. This is something that I've experienced as before I was really born again. Like, and it's something I'd also like you to address, perhaps, how the people who knew, no, let me now say me, because anyway, it's my case. So like, you see the way you can be friends with someone, let's say like for the past 6 years or 7 years, maybe you guys met and everything. Then obviously within that time, let's say 5-6 years, labda kila mtu alienda njia zake, either male or female, and people have really grown. But when you meet up with someone, the tendency is for them to relate with you in accordance to where they left you like 6 years ago. Like if if you made a mistake, they'll just keep on highlighting and poking that area. And that is something that has seen me cut communication with some of my acquaintances. Yes, they were friends, but now I had to draw, I had to put a boundary, and I was like, you see now, yeah, you were good for me then, but you're not good for me now. Like, we've grown, we've changed. And you see some people still don't accept the fact that you've healed or you're healing, or God has helped you change your bad habits, or God has helped you overcome trauma or past mistakes, and that you've learned and that you're wiser now. How do you deal with such people? Considering some of them might be people you once considered part of the inner circle, maybe people who you were in past relationships with, and also maybe people who are family, like literally family associated by blood, who like knew the former person that you were. I'd like to know that, because it's becoming a little bit difficult for me to know how to deal with such people. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Esther, for your insight and probably your questions. We'll be dealing with them in our the second class after the next one, as we deal with identity and self-awareness, who you are versus who you were before. Yeah, so the now, the me now and the me before. So yeah, we'll be dealing with that into just knowing our identity and self-awareness. And we'll be able to see how to go through that. But we'll also be able to communicate with you maybe one-on-one. You can engage in the course of the week. Yeah, so looking forward to seeing you again in our next session. That is on Friday.